Hey guys, it's Kamira with Imperfect Life. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you are hanging in there. So today's topic, I just wanted to touch base with you based on my experience after losing a pet. You know, of course, you go through the stages of grief, and chances are you're still in the grieving process because it's never really a process that just ends. You just learn to live with it, and it does get a little bit better as the days and the weeks go on. But one of the things you never think about when you're going in the midst of it is that you will make it to the other side. And with that said, knowing that it's been some years since Dusty passed, I have learned some lessons in those times, and I wanted to share those lessons with you so maybe you can relate. So let's just get right into it. Here are 6 lessons I learned after losing a pet, or after the death of my pet. Maybe you can relate. So this is also featured on my blog at imperfectlife.com. So let's go. The first lesson I learned is you are so much more stronger than you think you are. I know when I was going through the grieving process, especially right after, it just is so crushing. Is the best way I could describe it. It's just so crushing when you lose your pet, especially if you were like me and you feel like your pet at the time is like your soul pet. Like, it's just indescribable. But with time and with healing, you realize how much stronger you really are, especially when you get to a place where you can talk to your pet without, getting teary-eyed or those flood of emotions coming up to the surface. And just you realize going through that and living through that experience prepares you for other areas in life that you never thought possible. So it just is a testament to your resilience and your strength. So that's one positive thing out of a negative experience. The second thing is you realize love is eternal. Of course, I think we all already know this as pet owners, but I forgot the saying, but it's like you never know the real love till like you have the love of a pet or something like that, or even some people say the love of a child. But still, one thing that pets differ above humans overall is just the unconditional love, period. Unconditional. They don't care. They don't care if you're fat, thin, curly hair, straight hair, black, white, purple, green, blue, yellow. It doesn't matter. They don't care if you're having a grumpy day. They actually make your days better. But you realize in reflection mode just how much they represent what true, authentic, unconditional love really is. And you also understand that the love you feel for your pet doesn't end when their physical body leaves. It's a transition. And I think part of the reason, this is my opinion, part of the reason why it is so soul crushing is because you still have this sense like they're around. The love just doesn't die. And that's what I mean when I say love is unconditional. It really is, love is eternal. So it doesn't end when their heartbeat stops. So that's number 2. Number 3, the third thing, you will discover who your friends are, who your real friends are. And what I mean by this is when my cat passed away, for the most part, other than one person I can think of, and I wouldn't call that person a friend, it was more of a work colleague. But my friends were really supportive. Even the friends that were at a loss of what to say, but I could tell they were coming from a genuine place. I mean, and they would literally quite say, like, I am at a loss for what to say, but I understand how much, your pet meant to you, and I'm here for you if you need anything. And that meant the world to me. They may have thought like that was the most awkward thing for them to say, but knowing that person, I know that they were coming from a genuine place. But one of the harsh lessons, one of the third lessons you'll find is that when I say you'll find out who your true friends are, unfortunately, some friends will respond in a manner that will shock you. And what I mean to say is I have heard stories like it was just a dog, it was just a cat. Are you still, are you still grieving over them? Aren't you over it already? It was just a pet. Like, so if you are, a person whose pet maybe is suffering from a terminal illness, or you just lost your pet, I don't want you to be, you're going to be shocked regardless and hurt, but I don't want you to be caught off guard that would be a potential statement some people may say. And it's just really heartbreaking when it come from a friend or even a family member. So it's just more like a heads up, like a warning. So that's number 3. Number 4, the best time to express your feelings is right now. So just in terms of making sure you release. It's not the best thing to hold in your emotions so much, because I feel like that helps manifest more problems internally, like literally health problems. One of the things with grief, I know for me personally, literally the grief of losing my cat manifested itself in like physical female changes. I'll just leave it at that. And I, to the point where I called my doctor, I was like, is this normal? And she was like, yes, I'm so sorry. Like, your cat passed away. And actually she said I had the same thing happen to me in my personal experience. My physician said this at the time. And sometimes what you physically go through can manifest itself in the body with changes physiologically. So just be mindful. If you need to get a release, if that means something, I always recommend something positive. If that means exercise, go boxing, go walking, volunteering, that helps me tremendously. Also, if it's just not enough to talk to your friends and family, if you need to see a therapist, see a therapist. There's no shame in that. I know there's lots of resources. Even if you don't feel comfortable talking in person, there's online resources like, I think it's like BetterHelp or whatnot. So don't be ashamed to get the help you need, because your self-care and your mental health is so important. So just find a way to release your emotions and not hold on to them, because it's going to help in the healing process in the long run. Okay, so number 5, you realize how greatly your pets enrich your life for the better. I think this is an easy one to surmise, in reflecting mode, but yeah, they do make our lives so much better. They are the ultimate epitome of what unconditional love is, what grace is, what it means to be loyal. So definitely that's number 5. They definitely enrich our lives. They make our lives so much better. Whether you're having a bad day and they're there to cheer you up or greet you at the door, whether you're feeling crummy or sick, fatigued, and they, climb up on the bed and either lick your face or purr next to you to soothe you, it really does make a difference. They do enrich our lives in so many ways than just being entertainment or just fun. I mean, there is science and data to prove that do benefit our health as humans. And it's just that human-animal connection that just enriches our lives for the better. It wouldn't change it for the world. So, and last, number 6 on this list, life goes on, or life moves forward, I like to say. We never forget our pets, because they leave an indelible imprint on our hearts. But life does move forward, and we never forget them. We just realize that the world keeps spinning, time keeps moving, and so do we. We have to do the same. And depending on whatever the circumstance, I don't know if you have guilty feelings over the loss of your pet or what circumstances your pet maybe have passed on with, but just understand, if they were alive or if they're watching, they would want us like, mom, dad, come on, let's go. Don't just sit in the bed and, mope. They want us to carry on and continue to live our lives. So those are my 6 lessons that I learned after losing my pet. Those are 6 lessons I have come to, in reflection, learn. Did any of these lessons resonate with you? Would you add anything that you're learning in your journey, your grief journey? Leave a comment below. I will also leave a link to this blog post as well. I wrote about this at length in a blog post on imperfectlife.com, so I will leave the link down below. If this content resonated with you, definitely please give me a like and subscribe. Share it with a friend if you think they need it to help them. And so that's about it for now. So until next time, that's all for now. Have a great rest of the day, and I will catch you in the next one.